Moonshine Circle, Moonshine Circle, Moonshine Circle. Welcome back, everybody. What's good? We rolling, I bet. So look, man, we gonna get straight into it. Welcome back to Moonshine Circle. This is where we dive deep down the rabbit hole. We discuss metaphysics, we discuss psychology, we discuss quantum physics, we discuss spirituality. And we also learn, and we are infinite students of the divine. So today I have a reading that I did yesterday. I'm using multiple cards, off rip, tarot card, the Emperor, and then the ten of Wands reversed. We'll get into that. That's the center point of everything. But then we got the spirit animal deck. Then we got the heaven and hell deck. The heaven and hell deck basically is all of the 72 angels of the Shem Hamepharash and the 72 daemons of the Ars Goetia. And we got only archangels. I mean, I'm not gonna say archangels, but only angels came out on this one. So it's very high vibrational energy on this one. And then we got the alchemy elementals, you feel me, where it's basically, you know, the elements. And then I took it a step further and I got my clarification cards that I made myself on index cards, and I got a couple of those in this reading too. So we're gonna break all of this down. I'm gonna make it very short, sweet, and simple. I just want to start by saying, if you're seeing this message is timeless. Energy is timeless. Time is a man-made construct. So if you're coming across this, or if this video is coming across you, I believe that it is truly meant for you, and hopefully it can help you in some sort of way, shape, or form. So off rip, this is a very powerful, very, very powerful reading. I did this last night at around like 3 or 4 in the morning because I was already up. I was like, let me do a card of the day type of reading for myself to see what the vibrations are for the day. And it really turned into something else. It turned into a whole full reading, and it was very powerful. And I was like, you know what? I gotta share this. John, bro. I can't keep it to myself. You know, I haven't been sharing my divinity with the people as much as I should, as I know Spirit wants me to. So this is exactly why we're doing this. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see if we can open up the internet here, which we can, because I was gonna look it up on my phone. I want to look up these certain things because, of course, like the cards come with a book, you know, with descriptions. But it's good to refresh our swords, refresh our mind. And the people that don't know about tarot, they don't know about spirit animals, they don't know about alchemy or elements and how they correspond with our bodies and our mind. So this is why we can look it up together, because then you're learning as you're being educated. But this whole reading really is about balance. It's really about trusting, having faith in yourself. Off rip, we got the butterfly, which signifies transformation, metamorphosis. You know what I'm saying? We got the dragon. Well, we got the cheetah, and then the fish, and then we got the dragon. We're gonna get into all of this, man. We're gonna get into all of this, but let's just see if the Google pops up. If we could get the Google up, I can give you guys more information on the phone. Well, I was gonna do it on my phone, but it'll be cool if you guys could see the screen too. I'm doing this live for people that don't know, but it's also gonna be a YouTube video. So shout out to the people that's seeing this live, and shout out to the people that's seeing this later on. So we're gonna open this up, just have it on deck in case we gotta look something up, in case we gotta get some symbology going. And here we go. So off rip, we got the Emperor as the main tarot, the staple. Look at him. He got that authority. He's holding the scepter, which is like authority, power. You know, he's sitting on his throne. He got his crown on his head. You know, you got the ram, the animal symbology on the throne. You see 4 rams, 2 here, 2 on the top, either side. Feel me? He got that long white beard. He's very wise. He's very controlled. He's very diligent. He can lead. He's an authoritative figure. You feel me? He's well respected. This is the energy that we're embodying. We're embodying the Emperor energy at this time. And like I said, this is timeless. Whenever you see this, it doesn't matter. You were meant to see it at whatever moment it comes across you. So if we look up the Emperor Tarot meaning, it's basically everything I said, right? But let's see if we get a couple extra keywords in here. I only have this to, like, you know, show the people keywords, and so we can refresh the minds. The Emperor Tarot card symbolizes the ultimate male ego, so it's also the divine masculine. You know what I'm saying? That leadership force. Even if you're a woman, you could still be embodying this when you're seeing this now too, in this current energy. You can be embodying that emperor, that divine masculine. But what you guys will see later in the reading is it is all about balance. You have to. It's a lot of energies that need to be balanced at play for you to stay as this emperor. But it says ultimate male ego and the absolute ruler of the world, which is kind of even like your mind. You can, once you rule your mind, you can rule the world. With a sign of sterility of regulation and unyielding power. This card is often associated with a strong sense of authority. Keyword: control and structure. That's a good one, structure. So we could be structurizing things, we could be building things, we could be putting things together right now, even if it's your own life, even if it's your own mindset. All right, this is the goal, to sit on that throne. You feel me? By overcoming the distractions and becoming that authoritative, not controlling, but having control with your authority, having control over your thoughts, having control over your circumstances, and building that structure, building that relationship, building that financial stability, building that emotional healing that you might need. You're building the structure for all of these things right now, basically. It can also represent a need for order and stability in one's life. So boom, the second tarot card was the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, obviously upright. You can see he's lugging a heap of wands. He looks exhausted. He's been walking for mad long, but he's not done yet. He's not. But then when it's reversed, you know, this could mean a lot reversed. When a card is reversed, it's basically the internal or the shadow aspect of the upright card. So if we look up the Ten of Wands reverse, we're just looking for keywords here. When the Ten of Wands reverse appears in a tarot reading, it suggests that you are struggling to gain perspective on your situation. So this is us, or this might be where where you need to be, or where you're like really at. But then, boom, this Ten of Wands. You feel me? You're struggling to gain perspective of your situation. You may be divided. You may be divided in your attention and find it challenging to follow through with a task. It is a sign that you need to prioritize, feel me, that authority, that structure. You have to prioritize, let go of burdens, and seek support. So this is what I was getting last night off the Ten of Wands, right? Coming up next to this Emperor, it's like, you got the power right now. You literally have the power to sit on that throne, to take control of your circumstances, of your mind, of your life. But you have to let go. All that shit you're carrying, you feel me? And it's like reversed, you feel me? It's internal. This could be internal. This could be an internal exhaustion from holding too much on your shoulders, you feel me? And this energy, you feel me, that's stopping you, that's distracting you, that's literally keeping you not able to be in the flow state to conquer the day, to sit on that throne, you feel me? Or to conquer your responsibilities, or the things you need to do to get where you want to be the emperor and sit on that throne, you feel me? But all it really takes is to let go, maybe delegate some tasks, feel me? Seek support, see if you can delegate tasks, or, you know, if there's people that can help you out along your journey. Sometimes closed mouths don't get fed, my brother. So this is the staple, right? This right here is the staple of the energy of this reading. We're gonna get into the animal spirits, but you know, the Emperor is where we are right here. Now, even if you don't feel like the Emperor right now, you're going through a lot. You might be going through this, but literally, it's a balance that needs to happen for you to be exactly where you need to be. You already got the energy, you already got the mindset, you already got the resources, you already got everything you need, but you have to let go of what you've been carrying, bro. Whatever it is on your mind that's holding you back, distracting you, taking out of your cup, it could be a person, place, thing, a job. You gotta let go of that burden, or you just gotta prioritize the amount of energy you're giving to certain situations so you can sit on that throne, nigga. So you can really reclaim what is yours with no hesitation. You feel me? So we're gonna get into the animal spirits, right? The first one I pulled was the butterfly. And off rip, I'm going through a very serious transformation, transfiguration, transmutation of energy at this time. So if this is you, you could feel aligned to the same message where you feel like you're trying to become this emperor, right? But you're in the process of letting shit go. So literally you are the butterfly. Like, you could be still in the cocoon stage. You feel me? If you're in the cocoon stage, it's just like this is saying right here. You might have to seek support. A caterpillar becomes liquid, fully liquefied when it's in a cocoon. I don't know if everyone knows that, but before it turns into a butterfly, the caterpillar literally turns into soup, just a soup of itself, and it's completely vulnerable, But that's what this could be. You could be in the state where you letting go of all the burdens before you can sit on that throne and really take your power back and take control and enforce the structure that you need in your life. But you might be in that liquid phase. You feel me? You was just a caterpillar, but now you in the cocoon, and you in that liquid phase though. You're still vulnerable. You're still letting go of the burdens. You're still trying to seek support where you can get it, even if it's from yourself, even if it's from God, ancestors, and universe. But regardless, this is the energy right here, the emperor. You feel me? All the inherited riches is coming. You gotta just know what phase you're in, what season you're in, bro. You feel me? Right there, we got the alchemical symbol for air. You feel me? It could be a very intellectual transformation, because air represents the intellect. So you could be in a stage right now where you're going through this 10 of wands reverse, but it's all mentally. It's all mentally. Maybe people are not seeing it. Maybe you're not letting people see it, but regardless, it serves its purpose. You have to know at this time it's serving its purpose. You are transforming, but you have to transmute all of that energy and, all of them burdens, all of them people, all of them places and things that's holding you back from coming out that cocoon and soaring. You feel me? But let me actually read what it says. And then the other animals, man, it's so divine. I'm not gonna lie, this message, I had to share it, bro. I do readings for myself all the time, but some of them just hit different, and I'm like, all right, this could really help somebody that needs to hear this. So this is exactly why I'm doing this. So we're gonna flip to the butterfly and see what the book actually has to say about this spirit animal. I gotta find let's find the air. And it's crazy too. I seen a butterfly that looks exactly like this, bro. It was dead, and I found it, and I put it in I used it in an oil for transformation and abundance. And it actually looked just like this. It was blue, orange dots. It's so crazy, bro. Honestly, and then I got that shit. Where's the butterfly? Hold on. Have some patience, my people. Have some patience. Have some patience. Butterfly. All right, boom. Here we go. Look at the book, by the way. It's very nice. It's a very nice deck. Undergoing great change and transformation. Keywords. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Well, it says air is the element of the heart, but in tarot, I'm pretty sure air is intellect. So, it depends on what system you're going by. I'm clarifying the tarot, but it still applies. Since transition is accompanied by some sort of discomfort, some amount of discomfort. Be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you. Yo, it literally says seek support. That 10 of wands reverse. Bro, I'm telling you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. I was just literally saying this shit. Committing to one daily routine, a meal, practice, or prayer, done at the same place and time, will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. So basically getting into the rhythm, getting into routine, getting into structure. Oh my God, bro. Look, do y'all see the synchronicities already? Seek support so you could get into the rhythm, find your rhythm, and get that structure, nigga. The butterfly transformation. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance, daily routine. So you might need to embark on a new daily routine, you feel me? So you could spread your wings and get out that cocoon. If you got, you feel me? Then, depend on your family, depend on your significant other, depend on your sister, your brother, your friends, community, people that you feel connected to. If not, if you feel as if you don't have that, then lean on spirit, lean on your ancestors, lean on God, lean on whatever you believe in, the universe, the cosmos. Now is the time to seek any type of support you can, so you can get out the cocoon and you can get that structure, you can get that daily routine going, and you can spread your wings, bro. Next one, cheetah. Off rip, we got earth. No, actually, this is actually fire energy. Excuse me. Fire energy. You see, the cheetah is just bolting. He's ready to go. This is masculine, divine masculine energy. It goes with that emperor. You feel me? You hunting shit down. You getting shit done. You got that ambition. You got that fire. You on the move. Cheetahs move fast and they move fiercely. Feel me? Tell me these cards don't even look the same. So at first we got transformation. But then, boom, we got the cheetah. So we getting out of this 10 of wands energy. You feel me? Holding on to burdens, feeling exhausted, inner conflicts with yourself. Feel me? And then we getting into this emperor energy right now. We getting into that king shit, baby. We getting onto sitting on a throne with the scepter and the fucking crown on the head. That's the vibes we getting right now, brother. Feel me? But it took that uncertainty, that vulnerability, that fucking being fucked up in that cocoon to come out like a goon, full force, full fledged, full speed, like the cheetah. So let's see what the cheetah gotta say. Let's see what the spirit animal, the spirit of the cheetah has to say today. I just seen it. It's definitely a dynamic energy, a moving energy, in the flow state, but just divine masculine, just you will rip anything apart, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your passion. But it's very controlled. Remember that emperor, it's very controlled though. Same thing like a cheetah. A cheetah is very controlled. They're not just out here doing anything. So boom, solar force, action, keywords, solar force, action, achievement, and masculine energy, just like that fucking king of the emperor. I'm saying the king of Pentacles. Just like that emperor, bro. That masculine, that divine masculine, that, you feel me? That leadership, that fire. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun. Divine masculine. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. So you see how you had to go inward in the cocoon? You see how we had to go inward in the cocoon to come outward as the cheetah, as the sun, as the solar force of that energy, that divine mask. Come on, bro. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to why before you start running. Reconnect to the why before you start running. Let me read that one more time. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. So when you're coming fresh out the cocoon, you got to know why you're flying. You got to know where you know, why did you transform? Why did you evolve? What's the point? What are you doing it for? And then when you come out as that emperor or that cheetah, you feel me? You got to have direction, because you moving too fast with that power that you got. So if you moving too fast with no direction, you could crash out. Can never crash out. When in balance, achieves anything, boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient, competitive. To bring in the balance, reconnect to purpose. So you already did this evolution, or you're in the current state of evolving right now, but you have to know, once you get into this new essence and energy and vibration and frequency that you're trying to create the structure and build for yourself, you're gonna have to know your why. You're gonna have to question yourself and know what is giving you this forward momentum, what is giving you this fucking drive to accomplish anything, to achieve anything, to be a remarkable force to be reckoned with. Feel me? Then next we got the fish. And then obviously you see that moon, right? You see that moon on there. You see that triangle, that pointing down triangle. That's the water element. That's the element of water. The fish. And then you got the moon. So we already got the cheetah. I told y'all this is a balance and act type of energy here. You feel me? It's very transformational, as we seen with the butterfly and becoming the emperor. But off rip, we got water and fire balancing itself out. First, it started with the transformation for the butterfly, but then we got the cheetah, fire. Now we got water and the moon, the fish. So let's see what the fish has to say. Oh, I flip right to it. I love when that happens. Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. Okay, so see, look, off rip, it's all the cards are correlating and talking right now. It's telling a story. You coming out that cocoon, feel me? You transforming. Then now you hitting the ground running. Nothing can stop you. But if you don't know your why, if you don't know what you're doing it for, restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. You could get lost in that current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. Kind of just like the cheetah. You feel me? Listen. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish. So it already told us the cheetah is the sun, the solar force. Spend some time with the lunar force before you get lost in the sauce. Know your why. Feel me? This is crazy. Says, spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. When in balance, adaptable, travels well. When out of balance, distracted, changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. Especially if you balance that sun and moon, that masculine and feminine, that cheetah and that fish. You feel me? It says set a small goal and accomplish it. With the cheetah energy, you could accomplish anything. That's what it just said. Achieves anything. So it's really balancing the yin and the yang, the moon and the sun, the masculine and the feminine poles and polarities within your own consciousness and within your own body. And then we got the dragon, which just blew it down, bro. Blew it down. The circle is spirit. Actually, let me go live on Instagram. I meant to do the live on Instagram along with this. So we'll just do it. We'll just hop on real quick. And I'm not even gonna really look at it. I gotta finish this video. But some people might want to hear this. So we got the dragon. We're gonna go to the dragon. And the dragon is honestly one of my favorite in this one. I haven't seen all the cards yet though, which makes me want to do a lot more readings. But literally, this is what's on the box. If I show you the box, like this card is literally on the box. You feel me? So let's see what the spirit animal of the dragon has to show us right now. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. Bro, we just went over. We got the fish and the cheetah, the masculine, the feminine, the sun, the moon, the solar forces, the moon, keeping them in balance. And that was right after we got the butterfly, which is coming out of that cocoon state. You feel me? Literally transitioning, transforming, transmuting, and transfiguring your consciousness and yourself to become the emperor, to sit on the throne. You know what I'm saying? But first you got to let go of the exhaustion, the heap that you're carrying, the weight on your shoulders. So it's all coming forth. This is why I had to share this. I had to share this reading. Shout out to anyone seeing this on Instagram. We're doing this live. Moonshine Circle on YouTube. We live on Twitch. Nimbus 9, you're not tuning into Glitch in the Matrix on Twitch, but this ain't Twitch, bitch. Listen, we got the dragon summon it up with the animal spirit cards, basically telling us seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. So you coming out that butterfly cocoon stage, you feel me? Then once you going into that cheetah stage, you know, that dynamic energy, that fire, that solar force. But then if you don't know your why, if you don't know what you're doing it for, if you don't know what you're running to or for, you could be like the fish and just go with the current, kind of get lost in the sauce. But what we just read is that sometimes the moon can heal your soul. You just got to know what it is that you're fighting for, where you're going, what's your direction. So then let's read the dragon, wrapping it up for the animal spirits cards. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and easily drop into witness consciousness. Okay? It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look into the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative, literally the fucking butterfly. The butterfly represents transformation, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender. Literally, bro, you can't make this up. It helps us surrender, to let go of what we holding with this 10 of Wands, bro. It helps us surrender, let it go, so we could become that. Come on, bro. This is a beautiful reading, bro. This is why I had to share this, bro. This was literally just for myself at first. Where was I? Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride. And as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as the inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. Ashe, bro. Thank you to the animal spirits, bro. This is so cohesive right now. If you guys want to see on Instagram the beginning of this live, it's going to be on YouTube. This reading is going to be on YouTube. But let's continue. Let us continue. Let us continue. I also got the Heaven and Hell deck, right? And I told y'all it has the 72 angels, the 72 demons. But this time, all we got is straight angels, bro. Straight angels, bro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out that book real quick. And it only gives us a brief summary. And it also tells you which ones are your guardians. It says the birthdays and if you were born at a certain time. You know, one of these could be your guardians, your physical, soul, or moral guardian. So first we'll do, we got Lekka Bell. Lekka Bell. He is the angel of intellectual talent. And we literally just ended off with the dragon card saying, let the inner fires of intelligence, something like that. You feel me? We got Lekka Bell. He is the angel of intellectual talent. And we're going to see what is the correspondence with this angel? God the teacher. God the teacher. Literally, we just talked about the dragon with the intellectual fire. Psalm 71:16. I will go in the strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. So y'all know I'm not even religious, but there's facts in the Bible. These cards got the angels and the demons. People born under the influence of Leka Bel love astronomy, mathematics, and geometry. He may be called upon for the acquisition of knowledge, and he governs vegetation and agriculture. Sole guardian of those born between 10 and 10:20 a.m. Moral guardian of those born on April 19th, June 30th, September 10th, November 21st, or February 1st. Physical guardian of those born between August 17th and August 21st. So if any of those are y'all, this could be one of your guardians, like a bell. He rules over intellectual talent. We just spoke about the intellectual fires and knowingness of the dragon. I almost want to see what that one said again. Oh, I flipped right to it again, bro. This shit crazy. Says as the inner fire or sacred intelligence, may even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. And then what we get? Like a bell, bro. Intellectual talent. Literally, we started off as the butterfly. Literally getting out of our comfort zone, spreading our wings, you feel me, having faith. And then we had to balance out that divine masculine and divine feminine energy, that water and that fire, you feel me? That moon and that sun, divine masculine, divine feminine, and you come out with the sacred intelligence or that inner fire of the dragon. And then we got Leka Bel, literally intellectual talent, bro. This is why I had to share this fucking message, bro, because it was too strong. I'm like, bro, I gotta explain this and break this down to the people. So then the second angel, right? But what I wanted to do real quick is that it only gives us a little bit of information. I just want to see a couple more a little more information on Leka Bel. If you guys are seeing this on Instagram, you won't be able to see the screen. But if you go watch the YouTube video, or if you go on Twitch, you will be able to see what we're looking up here. God the teacher, that's what it said here. Let's just see a little bit more about Leka Bel, especially for the people that if you were watching this and then you're figuring out that this is one of your guardians, and one, because you have three guardians, you have three angel guardians, and you have one demon is supposedly your servant. So abilities, the people, oh yeah, this is what it said on the card. It said all of this on the card. Well, you can find more information. Look, it says protects people between the clockwise. Yeah, I don't want to get too distracted. Somebody on Twitch said, "What's up, fellow artist? What's up, bro? If you're still in here, bro, much love, bro. I'm making this a YouTube video, so I'm kind of locked in. But we're gonna finish this off. We're almost done right now. What's the time? 33 minutes, man. Christ consciousness. 333. I'm seeing it, bro. It's 3333 now. Shit is crazy. Hold on, man. So then now we got Asalaya. This is the second angel that appeared in this reading. Contemplation. This is the angel of contemplation. God the just judge. Psalms 92-5. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. Those born under Asalaya have agreeable characters and desires the acquisition of secret knowledge. Asalaya helps you with the praising of God and the growing toward him. And we all know God is just consciousness. God is the infinite spirit, the most high. It doesn't have to be religious. But even for the religious people, if you're seeing this, you see it's speaking of the word. You got to understand. He also governs justice and makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Sole guardian of those born between 3:20 and 3:40 p.m. Moral guardian of those born on May 5th, July 16th, September 26th, December 7th, or February 17th. Physical guardian of those born between November 5th and November 9th. So if any of that is you, the Asalaya might be one of your guardians. Might just be one of your guardians, and then that will be great knowledge for you to know what energies and divine emanations to work with to help you in your seeking. Feel me? You could type it in. You could find more information as you can see on the screen. Then we got the last angel that appeared in this reading with its energies, and it is Habu Haya. I believe I'm saying it right. If I'm not, correct me. Habu Haya. You know, you could also see the pronunciation online, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelt. God, the kindest giver. Psalms 106-1. Praise ye the Lord. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Those born under Habuaya's influence love the countryside, hunting, gardens, and all things connected with agriculture. And then one of the other, like a bell, also has powers of agriculture and influence in healing and gardening and these things. So we're growing. You see what I'm saying? We're evolving in this transitional stage to become the dragon from the butterfly, like a dragonfly. You start off like a fly, you fly, and you transform and evolve and transfigure into a higher state of consciousness, and then so does your form change. As within, so without. As above, so below. Those born under Habuaya's influence love the countryside, hunting, gardens, and all things connected with agriculture. Habuaya preserves health, cures diseases, and rules agriculture and fertility. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Ashe. Sole guardian of those born between 10:20 and 10:40 p.m. Moral guardian of those born on May 26th, August 6th, October 17th, December 28th, or March 10th. Physical guardian of those born between February 18th and February 22nd. Thank you to the divine emanations showing through. So, off rip, we got on this everything that I'm saying, becoming the emperor, becoming the ruler of your own mind, of your own circumstances. You know, we're letting go of this 10 of Wands reverse, this burden, this heap that we've been carrying, this weight on our shoulders. You feel me? We went through the phases of alchemy, of transformation, in that butterfly phase. You know, we've balanced the masculine and feminine polarities of our consciousness, of the energy around us, and we came out as the one that sees all. You know, the balance of the ego, as the card says, and that sacred intelligence, that spark, that inner flame, assisted by, like a bell, with the intellectual talent, that sacred, literally that sacred flame, that sacred intelligence to aid in that process. We have Asalaya with the contemplation of God that helps us see what the divine is, to see what spirit is, see what our ancestors is, to see what consciousness is, so that we can go through this process and not be confused, not to be distracted, not be drawn away from the very essence of the natural process that we are alchemizing in ourselves. And then we got Habuaya for the healing aspect, to cure that mental, physical, and emotional disease, to give you fertility, to give you growth and empowerment, bro. So you can sit on that throne as the emperor and show up as yourself. You feel me? This is exactly what we're doing. You know, you could be feeling blocked. You could be feeling, in the way. Look, this is what I pulled yesterday too. These are my clarification cards, but I told y'all, I wrote all of these myself. We got transformation, evolution, and metamorphosis, bro. I got this after the butterfly card, literally confirming the process that we're going through. You're evolving, you're transforming, you're metamorphosizing. So don't be upset with yourself. You're learning new skills. You're a student, research/student, learning new skills. Practice makes perfect. That's what I wrote. Practice makes perfect. Practice being evolving being. Practice being an evolving being. Practice being your higher self. Practice being the person you want to be by just showing up for yourself. Prayers answered. Prayers answered. Manifestations, grace, grace, grace. The universe is giving us grace on this process of evolving, of finding ourselves, of being ourselves, of transmuting our consciousness from one form to another, from one form to another. We got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. The Five of Wands is basically conflict, fighting for something or fighting against something. You feel me? So that Five of Wands energy can be that internal conflict from this Ten of Wands reversed. You know, you got to let go of that conflict, whether it's yourself, you're fighting the change in your life, you're fighting your own evolution, your own power. It's time to let that go. The Five of Cups is basically crying over spilled milk, you know, looking at what you don't have, looking at what you lost when you have those two cups upright, still standing up, that you could focus on and focus on that. So we need to focus on what we have and not what we don't have. Temperance. I also pulled Temperance. Temperance is the energy of balance, of literally balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine, as we've seen with the cheetah and the fish, the moon and the sun. Literally, bro. That's what temperance represents in this case, in this reading. You know, balancing those polarities within yourself to come out as the dragon, to come out as, you know. And then we got shadow work, integration, alchemy. So literally, like I'm saying, the temperance, the balance, you got to do that shadow work. You got to integrate both sides, and you got to do the alchemy. You feel me? To transform yourself, to reap what you sow. This goes and clarifies the other card. What was it? Oh yeah, prayers answered. You reap what you sow. Everything we've been putting out, we're getting back. So if you've been working hard at something, if you've been working hard on yourself, then you're gonna reap what you sow. You're gonna get the fruits of your labor. But then we also got envy, jealousy, and obsession. So the obsession, it could be like that inner conflict. You could have an obsession with being perfect, or, you know, a vice, or, you know, obsession or codependency with someone or something, you know, but you're still going with this process. It's still like the Ten of Wands reversed. You have to let that go. You have to let that burden go, whatever that obsession is, or the obsession over you that people have. You got to let that go and not let it affect you and your mission and how you feel about yourself. But then also, you know, people can envy. They could be envious and jealous of your progression, of you being and showing up for yourself authentically and genuinely. But that's something you're just gonna have to let go. Like this Ten of Wands reverse, you're just gonna have to let that go and let that burden roll off your back and your shoulders. That's basically what this is. This is a very balancing act energy, and a lot of us at this time are going through this. We are changing. The year is about 4 months left in the year 2025. You know, like, we've seen a lot this year. We've been through a lot, and I think people need to know that it's okay. You gotta keep learning yourself. Like the clarification card said, you're going through a transformational time. Knowing is half the battle. Fuck the obsession, fuck the envy and the jealousy. You're gonna reap what you sow. Feel me? But you gotta do that shadow work. You gotta look at yourself, the darkest parts of yourself, the parts that you are neglecting, the parts that you are not seeing, the parts that you are not acknowledging. And you got to integrate them. You have to balance them, alchemize them. To alchemize something is to change it from one form to another. So you have to use this temperance energy, and you have to balance the polar opposites to get that yin yang, to get that balance. Fuck the Five of Cups energy. Focus on what you have, not what you don't have. You know, fuck fighting with others, fuck competing with others, fuck competing with yourself. Your prayers are going to be answered, but you have to answer your own prayers. You have to manifest through the grace of God, through the grace of the universe, through the cosmos, of your ancestors, wherever you believe in. And you can never stop growing, learning new skills. Keep researching. You're a forever student. Practice makes perfect. And then we got the alchemy elementals. We're going to end it off right here with this. 44 minutes on the time. We went from 33 to 44. Feel me? 11 minutes. Master number. So the first elements, we have water, river, star. Water, river, star. The way these cards are, they're not like tarot where you're supposed to break them down logically. They're supposed to be intuitively felt. So you're not supposed to analyze them mentally and logically. You're supposed to feel them, absorb their energy. Water, river, star. So we're going to take 3 breaths. It's like you become the photo. You see the photo. You absorb the energy of the photo. The elements, really. It's not about the energy. It's about the elements. Because some people be like, oh, what type of energy am I absorbing? No, this is the elements. We are all made up of multiple elements. So, water, river, star. We're going to see the message that comes with them. They don't come with a meaning. That's what I'm saying. They come with a message. Just a intuitive message. Water, river, star is page 41. Bing, boom, bop. Abundance. Let me hold up the card while I read this. Abundance isn't a destination or a BMW or even a bunch of commas in your bank balance. Abundance is a current of energy that you claim by knowing you are it and that you are worthy of receiving all you already are. Ashe, bro. Amen. Namaste. It's done. You, my dear, are standing upon the threshold of great love and blessings. Yes, we are. Ashe, nigga. We claim that 110%, 111%. You have worked hard and endured so much to have finally arrived at this spiritual doorway. See that spiritual doorway? We worked very hard through this evolution transformation process. Have faith. Have faith. In order to pass through it, you must know the truth of this current. You must know in your heart and in your soul and in your bones that abundance is the very fabric of this dimensional plane. Fuck that lack mentality. You have to know you are the very thing. You are the very essence of prosperity. You have to know abundance is the very fabric of this dimensional plane, and that it is not possible for it to ever run dry. Only when you know and embody this fundamental universal truth can you walk through this doorway of bounty and sustenance and receive what is rightfully yours. Ashe, nigga. So what are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? It's time that you really embody and embrace this process of uncertainty to become that dragon, to go from that butterfly to being a fucking dragon. You go from being a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly, transforming, evolving into your highest state. Then let's evolve more. Turn into the fucking dragon. Come on, man. Then we got power. Just affirming everything that we're working for. Just affirming this emperor. Affirming the emperor here, sitting with that power on that throne. You feel me? Claiming your own. So let's see. Let's absorb this card, this energy. Power, 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 power. Power, 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 power. I am power, 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 I'm 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 power, power, power. Let's get it. Power. Let's get it. Let's see what the message for this one is. Power. The power card ties into the theme of discernment, because the journey of power is all about learning to differentiate. Ooh, hold on. Let me slow down, Nimbus. Because the journey of power is all about learning to differentiate between false power and true power. Ashe. True power serves what is best for others in order for them to adapt and evolve. Keyword. Evolve, expand, grow, and amplify. It is the ability to lift people up and to show them what is possible. True power is vulnerable, open, and transparent. It supports that which makes a difference, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of many. When people or institutions try to impose their will onto other beings, or to enslave them or infuse them with fear, lack, or division, That, my dear, is false power. When this card appears in your spread, you know the spirits are offering insight into your own personal journey. Literally, this whole shit. Evolutional personal journey, literally. In the realms of power, and are inviting you to refine your discernment accordingly. When this card appears in your spread, you know the spirits are offering insight into your own personal journey in the realm of power, and are inviting you to refine your discernment accordingly. Know the difference between real power and false power. It's a lot of false prophets. It's a lot of bullshit out here. You feel me? No bullshit. You have to differentiate with your intuitive abilities what is actual, factual, what is authentic and genuine, and what is false, fraudulent, and fake. 100% power. Then we got this last one. We're going to wrap it up with this last alchemy elemental card. Boom, boom, boom. Sky, wind, moon. Let's absorb this. Sky, wind, moon, 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 sky, wind, sky, wind, moon, sky, wind, moon, sky, wind, moon. Sky, wind, moon, 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 sky, wind, sky, wind, moon, 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 sky, wind, moon. Yeah, let's get it. All right, boom. Sky, wind, moon. Let's get it. Boom. Sky, wind, moon. 61. Page 61. Bang. You can't think your way to the truth. And we was just saying, discerning the difference between the true power and false power. Right? True power and false power. Shorty on the Instagram said, what are you doing? I'm doing a reading. If you want to see it from the beginning, it will make more sense. But you came at the time that you were supposed to come. So maybe this last part is for you. This is the last one too. This is the last one before I end it. You can't think, but with the power card, as I was saying, because I'm also on Twitch. On the power card, we see that it says discernment. Being able to tell the difference between true power and false power. And this one starts off literally kind of just reinforcing that fact. You can't think your way to truth. You can't think your way to truth. Don't get me wrong. The logical mind has its purpose. But if we lean too heavily on cognitive functioning to guide our decisions, then we're going to be stuck living boring, logical, one-dimensional lives. Nigga, Ashe. Feel me? You, my love, are being asked to lean into your feminine feeling nature, that intuition, that inner knowingness, you feel me? That literal just sixth sense. And it's this whole thing has been talking about balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine the whole time. To trust your intuition and to listen to the messages your emotions are trying to share with you. These sensory apparatuses have important information to share that will allow you to be intelligently guided as to when it's time to make a move and as to what that move looks like. As to what that move looks like. This means you need to quiet your mind and calm your spirit and listen. That's that divine feminine. Sometimes you can't think your way to the truth. You gotta feel. You gotta tap in. It's a difference between that divine masculine and divine feminine. But it's like the yin and yang. You gotta balance both to break the chains. To liberate yourself. To hear the messages your intuition and your emotions have to share with you, you must be receptive. You must be receptive. The woman has the womb. It's a receptive energy. But we all have yin and yang in our consciousness, in our energetic body. It's not just about being a woman to embody that intuition, that feeling nature. Where we at? You must be receptive. So take some time to sit quietly and ask yourself, what is wanting to be felt? What is wanting to be felt? Be patient and receptive. Allow the messages to come to you through feelings, colors, symbols, signs, visions, sounds in your higher knowingness. So I'm gonna end it off with this timestamp 54. Damn, bro, it's almost been an hour. But look, man, overall, this whole reading was very divine. We are the emperor. We are the emperor. We are the emperor. That is the affirmation. We are the emperor. Let go what no longer serves you, bro. Whatever is weighing you down, holding you down, whatever is fucking distracting you, whatever is taking your peace of mind, your power away. It's time to get back into that power, bro. You got to reclaim it, but you got to know, just like it said, you are abundance. It's not outside of you. It's not something you have to do. It's already you. Once you know that, literally, you start magnetizing everything to you. You are in this phase right now for a reason. And it may feel uncomfortable, just like a fucking caterpillar. When the caterpillar goes from being a caterpillar to a butterfly, it gotta literally be vulnerable, be in that cocoon. Feel me? But when you come out, you're gonna be like the cheetah. You're gonna be ready. You're gonna be running real fast, but you gotta have that direction before you get like a fish lost in the current. But regardless, it's like that temperance energy. We gotta balance that yin and yang, that masculine and feminine, so we can sit on that throne and we can fucking, so it could be on. You know what I'm saying? But just know, the angels, the divine emanations are with you. They do have your back in your healing, in your intellectual talent, and your contemplation. They're helping you to heal and evolve along this journey, and to be discerning, to know what and what not to trust, who and who not to trust, and what is real and what is not real. Feel me? Keep learning them new skills. Keep sharpening your sword. Your prayers are answered, bro. It's coming, but you gotta know you are the answered prayer. It's not something you gotta fight for, like that Five of Wands and that Five of Wands energy. Literally, that shit was right here. That's crazy. I swear I was not even looking at it. That Five of Wands. Literally, let go of that shit. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. You already are what you want. Stop crying over spilt milk. Stop focusing on what you don't have, what you lack. You still have resources. You still have energy. You still have abundance, temperance, bro. Balance it out. Balance it out. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Do the shadow work. Do the work. Integrate both sides. That darkness and that light. That day and that night. That hot and that cold. That passiveness and that bold. You're gonna reap what you sow. Hey, bro. Hey, man. People might be obsessed. People might be jealous, envious when they see you hop into that dragon energy. When they see you literally with that sacred inner fire, flaming everything up. When you was just vulnerable, you was just in your cocoon. But just know, it's all for the goal of transformation, evolution, and metamorphosis. So I hope this message really is able to help somebody. If this was able to help you, share it with a friend, share it with a loved one. And get down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this energy. Let me know where you are in your journey and in your current state of evolution. How's it going? How's it feeling? A lot of us are already in this emperor. If you tapped into me and this video has found you, and you especially made it towards the end, you made it to the end actually. And even towards the end, this is for you. You are the emperor. Stop trying to be divine. Stop trying to be royalty. Stop trying to be abundant. You already are. And when you realize you already are, that's when you literally get your inheritance granted to you. That's when you literally get everything that's yours and reclaim your energy and your power. Moonshine Circle, baby. Signing out. I hope this helps y'all. And until the next one, man.